Hi, I'm Samantha. I run Raw-Ethereal Creations, where I have lots of raw foods and my healing journey on there. That you will find me on Instagram and Facebook. Today, I reach 100 days of a juice cleanse, so cheers. This is pineapple and nectarines. Delicious. So my 100 days has been quite an adventure. It's been very hard at times. The detox symptoms have been pretty bad. I've had a few days I laid in bed, not feeling very well, flu symptoms. I've had gunk coming out of my eyes, coming out of my nose, coming out of my ears. My skin, I had a lot of problems with my skin with acne. This is now clearing up a lot more now. And basically, even after 100 days, there is still solids coming out of my body. And it's been pretty much every day that there has been solids coming out multiple times of the day, since I started this cleanse. Now, I started this cleanse basically because I did a 10-day back in December, and I found I had some improvements back then, and but I just wanted to wait until January and start fresh. I was planning on doing like 30 days, and then I upped it to 40, and then I decided that I would go for 120 days. So I'm now at 100 days. The reason is because in my past, I've had a lot of pharmaceuticals, and I've had animal products, dairy and meats, and cooked food as well. And I've also been wondering how to clear out this so-called mucoid plaque from my body, which is obviously built up over the years. And I was getting I was always having issues with my weight. I would struggle to keep the weight down, and I always had a belly. So I decided that it was time to have a clear out of all this toxic and food that gets stuck in there as well. So I just want to touch back on mucoid plaque again. Now, mucoid plaque, it forms on the outside of your intestinal walls, and it forms like a black, dark brown kind of jelly, sort of rubbery thing that sticks to your intestinal walls. And if that is surrounding your intestinal walls, that means that there won't be nothing will be able to digest. The food will just pass on through. So you're pointlessly eating it, really, but it will get digested somewhere else in the digestive tract. And I'd seen this quite a few times, and it was a mystery how you got rid of it. And then I came across Raw Vegan Heroes and John Rose and a few others that have talked about this mucoid plaque, and that you do a juice cleanse to clear it out. So I decided that was my mission on this juice cleanse, was to clear out this mucoid plaque. Now, from my thoughts of mucoid plaque, it probably started off as a baby, when I was given formula instead of breastfeeding, and probably the vaccinations as well, because it's pharmaceuticals in my body, and any medications that I've had, and also all of the cooked food, all the animal products I've had, meats and fish and dairy and eggs and milk, and all of that has built up inside of my intestinal walls, inside my colon. And so it needs to come out, because I wasn't always feeling very well, and I was having lots of skin issues. I was having problems with my gallbladders and getting stones, and the liver was just toxic from all of this stuff. It was building up, and I really was struggling to find good health. So this juice cleanse has been very grateful to have come across, because not only has it cleared out all of this mucoid plaque. Now, you're probably going to ask me, how do I know? I have seen lots of pictures. I've heard a lot of people saying that it smells really bad. It smells of death. And there has been times when, you know, I'm on the toilet and the smell is really, really bad. It does smell like death. And you can see on the tissue that it is like this very dark black brown, like jelly stuff. And it just smells so bad. And you're so glad to have it out of your body. Now you can feel it like in the beginning of the day where I could feel it now over the 100 days where it's coming away from the intestinal walls and it's trying to go through the digestive tract. And of course the body is trying to digest something that really doesn't want to digest. So it's making you very sick. And then when it actually exits the body, there's a massive relief that it's gone. It's horrendous to think that also that has been in your body, and for me it was been in there for like 40 odd years, and that it's been basically making me unwell and poisoning me and preventing me from thriving in life. So it's a, you know, even though it's an uncomfortable day when it's coming out, it feels like you don't feel very well. You just, you know, it's not a great place. You can still get on with your day. But when it actually comes out, it's a relief that it's gone. It's, you know, you're like, holy moly, that was in my body. But at the same time, you're like, oh my God, I'm so glad it's not in my body anymore. And of course, that would happen several times over the course of the 100 days. And also, as a protocol, I'm taking Phylicium husks and clay as well to help like a broom through the colon, through the tube, to help knock anything off from the colon wall, which is helping knock off the mucoid plaque or anything else that's in the intestinal walls. Also in the intestinal walls, they gather like little pockets and things like that. So these pockets obviously empty out as well, and they will, hopefully it will all shrink back to a normal shaped colon. And also with me emptying out all of this junk in my trunk, I can then properly digest the food that I will eat. And as I will be going back to being a raw vegan again, I will be eating only nuts, seeds, fruits and vegetables, and they will be raw. They won't be heated over 118 degrees Fahrenheit. After 118 degrees Fahrenheit, you lose the vitamins and minerals depletes right down, and so does the enzymes. Those are the most important things. This is why we eat, is for those. And also for the enzymes is what helps breaks our foods down, so then we can digest it quicker. We need soft things in our digestive tract, not hard things, and not oils and fats and animal products and burnt food, anything like that. And the vitamins and minerals are what helps us to heal and to replenish our cells, and to, you know, also the fact is that the juice cleanse also is a deep cleansing of our cells. So as they are, you know, replaced, and like, you know, our hair and our nails. And another thing that I have noticed as a raw vegan and juice cleansing, my nails are really, really strong and they grow really fast. My hair grows really fast. I heal really quickly. My eyes are clearer. My thoughts are clearer. So basically on raw vegan and juicing, it's your pineal gland that clears. And so basically your antennae to the divine source, our spiritual connection, becomes stronger. You can sense stuff, you can download from the universe that will give you the messages of what you need to do next in your life. It also helps you, so when I see someone lying, it's a radar, pickup radar to suss people out. So there's all that, and on a mental level as well, you are clarity, your functions, motor skills, everything is so much faster, quicker, and basically, you know, you work quicker, you are less tired. Okay, through the juice cleanse, you're tired because maybe because you're detoxing, and so you're healing. There are moments when you do need to rest. I exercise, you can still exercise, maybe not quite as extreme as you normally would, but this is a part of a healing process. And once you've cleared this and you go back to raw vegan foods, living foods, then you will live, you'll be you know, fueling off those living foods, and you will find that your stamina, your energy levels will skyrocket, like mine has, which has been incredible for me, for a journey. I have quite a background in some medical problems, and I've had mercury in my teeth, and I had to have them taken out. And I've healed from the mercury, which was another thing with the juice cleanse. I could smell the heavy metals coming out of my body, which I just want it out of my body. I just want all that mercury out of my body. And as time has gone on over the 100 days, that has got less and less, which I'm so grateful for. Basically, back about 5 years time ago, I was having quite a lot of heart palpitations, and sometimes I thought, my goodness, I feel like I'm going to have a stroke or a heart attack or something. It was very painful, and I was getting out of breath. And I decided that I needed to obviously clear out my heart. It was clogged from animal products and cooked foods and various things. And I thought I had done that actually by going raw vegan. But actually, when I started on this juice cleanse, I had quite a few spots come up on my nose, which is an indication to your heart. And I then actually could feel that my heart was clearer, and it's got clearer and clearer and clearer. And I find that I can exercise, I can feel the blood pumping better. And I think you just get used to that almost sort of pain or blockage there. And by actually doing the juice cleanse, it's actually cleared out my heart vessels, and basically now it's working so much better. I can exercise better. I don't feel like I'm out of breath. I don't get any heart palpitations whatsoever anymore. So that's another positive thing. And obviously my nose is all cleared up as well. So if you are someone, I'm 47 years old, if you have had a lifetime of eating animal products, which has got fats in it, and they will clog your heart up. And also other fats will, like having like too much coconut oil or too much olive oil and things like that, they will clog your heart up as well. So keep all those other oils very much to the minimum. You don't need them. If you love olives, then eat the olives as they are, fresh, without, you know, salts and oils, and you'll get the oils from the actual fruits without actually having to have olive oil. Some people like to use these oils in their gourmet, raw vegan gourmet foods, but it's not too good for us. So just avoid the oils. So, and you know, they say, well, oils are good for the heart and stuff like that, but you don't know. You don't need it. You need fruits, and you need salads, and you need a very small amount, about 10% of your diet on fats, which is your nuts and seeds and avocados. So you've got your flax seeds and your chia seeds, which is so good for your omegas and stuff. So you can gain all of that from those nuts and seeds, and you know, the avocados is all, you know, all that you need. You do not need oils. And if you want to clear your heart, and you want to clear your gallbladder and your liver, you have to eliminate oils to be able to clear it. And you need to do most of the time these juices are an acidic one, so this acidic is what's clearing out the whole body, all of it. It's clearing out, like if you were, it's a different kind of acid, but it's a cleaning acid of the body acid. And this is nature's medicine. This is what Mother Nature has given us to heal us, to fuel us, and the carbohydrates is to fuel you. Do not worry about sugar. It comes from Mother Nature. Sugar is what we need for carbohydrates to fuel us to be able to exercise. It's the fake sugars. It's the processed sugars like sugar canes and all the other white sugars, and you can get some other ones that are also processed. That is the processing of these products that cause your insulin and your fat levels to go up. So you need to just eliminate them out of your diet totally. Get rid of white sugar, brown sugars, just get rid of them. You want something sweet? Get fruit. It's so it picks off a tree. Basically, you know, Mother Nature's given it to us on a tree. You could just pick it off the tree or let it fall when it's ripened and pick it off the floor. It's easy. There's no need to go hunt down an animal and kill it and then put it on a barbecue. How many other species do that? Go and put don't cook their food. No other species except for humans cook their food. Only I don't know why that's begun like that. I can't go back far in history enough to find out why that's happened. But it's because when you cook it, anything, it depletes the vitamins, minerals, and enzymes, which is what we need. We need the highest amount in our food of vitamins, minerals, and enzymes. So if you are in a situation where you are not unwell, I would start mono meals, which is basically the one kind of fruit. So basically you could get something like nectarines, peaches, bananas, or something like that. Just do a mono meal of that. So eat enough of it to feel satiated. If you get a bit hungry an hour later, have some more fruit. Just keep putting it in the body. And of course, it's a quicker transit time than you're cooked in your animal products. So you will have to go to the toilet a little bit more often, but you will get used to that. It's fine. And you'll be glad because it's not going to cause constipation and all these other health problems. So, you know, compensate for it by, you know, having the right things in your body to fuel your body, to make you feel healthy, to make you feel happy, to be able to thrive, to be productive, to have a longer life as well. So eating like this will help you live longer. I don't know how long because I'm not there yet, but apparently people who are raw vegans tend to live a lot longer. And I have heard of people who have lived a very long time tend to live in places that are on hills, that mountains where the air is clearer, and they climb up and down the mountain a lot, but they also eat a lot of herbs as well. Now herbs are in your salads. So let's talk about the salad. So start your day off with fruits. If you could start your day off with a juice and then go to like maybe a smoothie at lunchtime, or more fruits, or a salad, and then your main evening meal is a big salad. And then you could add some of your fats with that, your nuts and your seeds and your avocados. You could make it into a dressing, or you could have the avocado, so that is with your last meal. It digests better with the greens. So it's the greens. So you've got all the lettuces, you've got all of the herbs, pile a bowl up with it all, get it in you. That's what our teeth are designed for, is to grind away. We're herbivore, frutivores. This is our teeth. So, and don't worry about being deficient in protein. There is plenty over your amount if you eat enough of it to get your protein levels. And the whole protein thing is an actual myth. the experiments were done on rats. So these rats were, this protein level was experimented on rats. Now, rats are totally different to us. They've got a different digestive system. They've got a different teeth system. They are designed to eat meat. They eat anything really, but we're not. Our digestive system is very long, and it needs, the fruits to go through it. Anything like the meats and the cooked food, it just takes too long, and it actually gets stuck in there. So if you're like trying to digest this, and it's a lot harder to digest, it's going to take your energy levels as well, and it gets stuck. So this is probably what the mucoid plaque is going on in, that was in my body, and now it's gone. So I can now eat all the fruits and the salads and nuts and seeds. I am going to digest that, and I am going to become even more glowing from it. I have been told I do look like I'm glowing, and I look younger. So I'll have to see if I can find some pictures of me before this. And obviously back when I had a lot of the mercury in, I was not glowing at all. I was very grey, and I could not move very far, and my legs were collapsing, and I was having lots of issues with memory, digestive problems. I was very painful digestive issues, to at one point that I actually really only could digest tomatoes and cucumbers. And that's when I realized this isn't going to be enough to sustain me. But that's when I came across a lot of the raw vegans out there, and this is why I've ended up on this journey. And I'm very grateful for it, because it has absolutely changed my life for the better. And I so wish I'd found this like when I was younger. I really wish I was a raw vegan when I was born. I really wish my parents were raw vegans. But that's another story. But I do enjoy being a raw vegan now. It takes a little while for you to accept that, because you have to then grieve and say goodbye to all of the other foods that you had. I mean, I loved curries, and I loved Chinese, and I loved all of the roast dinners. I loved it all. I loved cheese and biscuits and eggs, and little soldiers and bread, and I loved it all. And but there comes a point in my life where I just thought, I can't do this anymore. It's making me sick. So I had to make a conscious decision that either I stayed as I was, the same thing that I was doing, and I was heading to my grave very quickly, or I would have to change myself. I would have to change my mindset. I'd have to change my behavior towards food. I had to change all my routines. I was the one that had to take control of the situation. And basically, I had to start bringing in more fruits and vegetables into my diet. Not to say that it was all smooth running, because I had some ups and downs with it too, that I would go for several months, I would be fine, and then I would crack, and I'd want something cooked, and then all of a sudden they're like out in the world, they're doing lots of like vegan foods. So like 5 years ago when I went vegan, there really wasn't much choice. There wasn't many choices out there. And so a couple of years ago when they started doing cooked vegan food, I wanted to try it. I wanted to see what it was like, basically, so I could tell people what it was, it's going to taste like. And some of it was okay, but some of it's not okay. And in the end, I realized that none of it's any good for me, so I don't have any of it anymore. And that's the way that I want to keep it. I've had to set up support networks, and I've joined groups, like Fully Raw Christina. I'm in a circle so that I can have that support network. It's many women. And then I'm in Raw Vegan Rising Heroes, so I have the support network there with Shane. I also with Fruity Fridays from the UK Fruit Festival, so we can communicate. So I have a network, obviously, because we're a little bit more insular after what's happened over the last year. that I have, you know, a support network that I can tap into and keep myself strong and focused on my purpose and what I really want to do. And as this is actually my purpose, is one of my purposes, I also do quantum law language, and that was my purpose to tell people, show people that there is a factual world, factual language, and that language has poisonous prefixes and all sorts of things in the language. So there's been one of my purposes, and this is another purpose of mine, is the raw vegan diet, the raw vegan lifestyle, which is basically my life revolves so much around it from the moment I get up to the time I go to sleep at night. You know, I'm the one that has to make sure that I have the fruits and vegetables in my home, and I am prepared, and you know, there's stuff waiting to be ripened on the shelving I've got there. I've got stuff in the fridge. I know exactly what I'm going to have. I'm going to have a green juice in the morning, and you know, I can prepare some sort of a little kind of gourmet stuff as well in the dehydrator. It doesn't take it over 118 degrees Fahrenheit. It's all about the preparation. It's all about planning and making sure that you have enough to sustain yourself. You have to eat a lot of this. If you are coming into this raw vegan lifestyle or juicing for weight loss, fair enough. I did as well. And I have been very successful with that as well. In fact, on this juice cleanse, I've lost over a 1.5 stone. I think even more than that now. So it's definitely cleared out the junk in the trunk for sure, and I needed it. The thing with the raw vegan is when I started on that, I didn't lose anything for a couple of months, 3 or 4 months. But I was determined that I wanted to heal. So my main focus, my first focus was to heal and to make sure I had plenty of fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds and everything in the house all the time. Made sure I got enough in me. If I was hungry, I would just eat more fruit. I would just, you know, get it in me, because I knew that it was going to heal me. And the more that I healed and the more that I got in tune with my body, I knew what I needed and started to develop, you know, sort of eating windows where I'd have my breakfast, which was green juice, and then I'd have a lunch, which would either be fruits or a smoothie or something like that, and then which would have greens sometimes in there, like spinach or something. And then my evening meal would be a large salad with like a, you know, a nuts or a seeds dressing, and or an avocado or something like that. And I found that gave me more energy. I found I was healing. And then gradually over the sort of 3-4 months down the line, I started to notice weight loss. And I noticed that my skin was like a lot better. So when I've ever tried to lose weight in the past, you get a lot of sort of saggy skin and sort of wrinkling and all sorts of things, and especially like with belly area, you kind of get a sort of I don't know what you call it, the roll that doesn't kind of come back up again. Well, that doesn't happen on raw vegan. Your skin is, because you're so hydrated by it, the skin sort of shrinks in, and so you don't have to worry about that. It sorts itself out. So you might go through a little bit of phase, like, you know, with this juice cleanse, where the skin is slightly saggy here and there, and then all of a sudden, a week later, that's gone. If you continue to stick to it, you will be successful at it. And this is the key as well. You have to be consistent. You have to do it every day. You have to think, right, this is my goal. This is my plan. I am going to be a raw vegan every day, and I am going to stick to it. And even when you are with friends and family, or there's social situations like, you know, holidays, festive things, or anything like that, you have to find an alternative for yourself. You have to stick to your goal. If you want to be successful at it, you need to stick at it. It's no good you just swimming in and out, because you can do that for a while, and then all of a sudden it it just catches up with you, and then you're sick again, and you have to stick to it. It's hard. It is very hard, because we've all been programmed since birth, through generations as well, with our parents, grandparents, to eat this kind of thing. Especially more our generation, the last generation. It's been an awful lot of junk food, sad food, burgers and breads and chips and pizzas and stuff like that. But all these things you can make in raw vegan. I make raw vegan pizza. It's incredible. The taste is just out of this world. Thing with cooked food is we put loads of spices and herbs and salt and pepper, because the food has lost its vitamins, minerals and enzymes, so it loses its taste as well. So you have to add more. When it comes to the raw vegan, you only need a really small amount of that pepper or that spice or that salt. I don't recommend too much salt. If you really need salt, go for celery. If you need little salt, Himalayan salts, but I don't really even have anything anymore. Occasionally, if it says in a recipe to put salt in, I just put like a couple of grains, and that's enough. I don't, and I know that I could probably taste it, but your taste buds will they will change, and you will know what you can and you can't cope with. So you have to judge that as you're going along. So if you are feeling that you need to do a juice cleanse, you can always post me in the comments box, and maybe you want to say why you're doing a juice cleanse. Is it weight loss, or is it health problems, or is there another reason? I know people they've improved their eyesight by juice cleansing. Perhaps you want to find out what that mucoid plaque was all about. If you go and search it online, you will find pictures. I'm not going to post pictures, and I decided I wasn't going to record all that, just basically I just didn't have time for it. But you can search that kind of stuff online and find out what's the deal with that. So I wish you the best of luck with whatever your journey is going to be. And I absolutely love the raw vegan lifestyle. I love the raw vegan people that I have met. I have met some incredible people, and the friendships that I have. It's a very loving community, and it's about us having abundance of the fruits and vegetables and thriving in whatever we do in our lives. And it's also about the planet as well. Raw vegans have very small footprints on the ecosystem. Basically, it's only really about the transportation, really. But you see, people think, well, it's still bad. It's like, well, if you're eating meat, there's an awful lot of other stuff that goes on top of just the transportation with meat. It takes up a lot of land. It also takes up a lot of water, and the animals suffer, and they inject the animals with all these chemicals, antibacterial. They pump them with so much stuff that comes into our bodies, and that will make us sick as well. The only thing I would say is take B12 for sure, unless you are spending a lot of time in nature, in soil, which would you could probably bring from the microbes in the soil, but most of us aren't in that situation. So B12 is a definite in your diet for sure. Anyway, wish you luck. Take care. Bye.